The Morgan dollar is the topic of 2023, the new ones. We had the Philadelphias in July, and the proofs are out. And have you seen them? They're gorgeous. And tonight, let's talk about them one more time. But now we have more information available, which is even better, right? And the worst part is, just excuse our flow here, I forgot to send samples to our office in Atlanta to upgrade the photos we used from the pre-sales earlier. We have coins in stock and we're shipping. If you worked with us in the prior few weeks, your coins are on the way to you. But we're talking about an event in U.S. history, a collecting event in U.S. history like no other. The Morgan dollar is made from 1878 to 1904 and one more year, 1921, 28 years. Peace dollar was made from 1921 through 1935, and it goes down in history as the last silver dollar, 90% silver dollar, ever struck by the U.S. Mint for circulation. They are known as coin number 1 and coin number 2 in vintage coins around the world. There has never been a San Francisco proof for either of these. There has never been a proof peace dollar ever. Ever. Now, all the original Morgans, 1878 to 1904, there were no official releases of 1921 proofs. Were all Philadelphia issues. Philadelphia struck all of our proofs. That didn't change until 1968, when San Francisco took over. And since these are brand new beauties, well, guess what? San Francisco's taking the lead. Now, you might have seen my competition over the last week or so, now that they're out and flowing, and it's a lot of fun to have these coins out there, because I understand vintage figures. It's kind of my thing. But I also understand one basic premise. Beauty is beauty. An uncirculated coin is slapped once and pushed out, right? And with modern techniques, they look gorgeous. But proofs, the collector delicacy, right? They polish the obverse, they polish the reverse dies. The piece of metal, the 1 ounce of silver. And again, these are 0.999 fine silver, not 0.900, which is why they're so brilliant and bright in color. They polish that too. And then we don't strike it once, we strike it twice under enormous pressure that gives us that background of a mirror, basically. So when you look at Liberty, she's frosted. When you look at the eagles on both sides, they're frosted, but everything around it, you can see yourself. It is a mirror. But here's the best part about tonight, and the phones are rocking. Thank you all for that. We really appreciate it. Is the fact that everybody knows one thing. It's America's value channel, and you can't beat us in price. We're not interested in selling 4 coins at a high premium tonight. We're interested in selling 4,000 of these coins tonight. So we're going to make it to where it is, well, under everybody else by a ton. One of my competitors was at 179 this weekend. You might have caught them if you watch any of the other shopping networks. They do a lovely job, but they're at 179 for the same coin in the same package. Another was at 149. Now, I can see it getting there eventually because there's nothing like a proof, is there? There's nothing like a proof. We saw what happened with the Morgans from 2021. They were uncirculated. The rah-rah, the CCs, and the peace dollar from 2021 are still $400 to $500 coins and driving if you can find them. So to have a proof available for the first time ever for both of these, on the San Francisco side and the peace dollar side, the first ever. Wow. But again, that quality stands out. We finally had one of our competitors out last night. You might have seen them. They do a great job as well. Watch them all the time. I'm always curious for how other people look at and work with stuff. But the lowest price on TV is not their shopping network. It is our shopping network. And it's right here tonight at $109.95. It is a great coin. I wish everybody would get in, because if you get in and you find these proofs, you're going to want to go back and get the others, which might be the 2023 P, which is the uncirculated. You might want to go back to 2021 and get one of the beautiful coins they launched that year, which kind of started the modern craze. Or you might want to go back to the beginning of time in Morgan and Peaceville, right? And get the original coins. And I'm telling you right now, there are some values in that category that are unconscionable in comparison. But it all starts with today's push, i.e. today's number one topic, and it doesn't get much bigger than the absolute statement of we have proof Morgan's proof piece, San Francisco's first ever for either of them, and it's the first ever proof peace dollar in U.S. mint history. Mint history. We've been doing this since 1793, and these are firsts, and it's this year, 2023. And the best news is, yes, they're in stock and they're flowing. We're almost caught up with all of our pre-sales, so I anticipate these going out by the late part of this week easy. And if we are completely done, they were working extra long hours in the warehouse the last 2 or 3 days to get all this caught up for everyone. And if they're caught up, these are going tomorrow. Trust me, we want them in your hands. We want you to look at these pieces and say, I love them. I love them. And I want another one. And I want another one. Or I want to go to the other areas. America's Value Channel values the key. But when you look at this coin, it's just one of the components. Is there a more popular coin in the world today, other than the number one vintage coin and the number two vintage coin, the Morgan and the Peace? Absolutely not. Quality, right? It's like with real estate. What? Location, location, location. I don't care what the collectible is. Quality matters. If it's a brand new car, if you have 100,000 miles on it or you have 0 miles on it, you know the difference, right? If it's a comic book and it looks pristine versus it looks like I read it when I was a kid, there's a difference. Well, in collectibles, proof is the ultimate quality, and that's what these are. But that proof is one notch better when you get to have the story with it. And the story with these tonight are simple. San Francisco didn't start striking proofs of any type until 1968. So everything struck prior would have been Philadelphia. Well, here is the absolute categorical truth. There are no peace dollars in proof other than this one. There are no San Francisco Morgan proofs ever. Now, the ones they did make earlier were Phillies. And those are from 1878 to 1904. And those are priceless. Priceless. $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to get a lower quality, but at least you got one. So this is the brand new stuff, the original government packaging, and I'm sorry, it's that exciting. Guys, we're going to put a 1-minute clock up. Phones are very busy. Thank you. avccoins.com. Remember, smartphone, home, laptop, etc. We've made a lot of improvements there to make it even an easier process for you. Love to have you work with us on this one. Here's a stat, just for kicks and giggles, because you know I love numbers. All right? Over the last 35 years, vintage Morgans from 1878 to 1921, NGC has certified 3.9 million coins. Sounds like a lot, but when you know how many they made, it's tiny. It's less than 1%. In proof condition, there are less than 8,000. Yeah. That's why these proofs are so significant. It's the first time they've been made available to where we can actually afford them. They're beauties. They're pure silver. The low mintage of only 400,000 makes it just a winner all the way across. We'd love you to join us. Hang with us. The phones are very busy, but I got to be moving on.